Okay, so be honest with me. How many times have you said, I'm so broke right now before buying a $6 latte at Starbucks or adding another $25 Amazon fine to your cart? Here's the truth. You're not broke, you're just overspending. And if you don't fix your spending habits, you're going to keep wondering where your money went for the rest of your life. So let's change that, shall we? Welcome back to Priceless Today. I'm Taylor, your favorite finance girl, helping you thrive, not just survive. And I very much believe getting rich is a decision, not a dream. So if you subscribe to that philosophy, make sure to subscribe to this channel for new weekly videos. If you're tired of feeling like your money disappears faster than it hits your account, stick around because we're about to make some big changes to your spending without sacrificing your whole vibe, because you don't need to do that. Let's be real for a second. If you're not paying attention to where your money is going, how can you expect to change anything? It's like trying to get fit without ever looking at what you're eating. You can't just wing it and hope for the best. Here's the thing though, intention goes where energy flows, and that applies to your money too. When you're not intentional about spending, you're putting your financial future, your opportunity to get rich, live a comfortable life on autopilot, and not in a good way. Think about it. How many times have you just tapped your card or hit buy now without even pausing? Those little decisions add up and suddenly you're wondering where the last $500 went. But the moment you do start to pay attention, make this a day one instead of one day problem, you'll realize how much power you have over your finances. It's not just about giving up everything you love. It's about knowing where your money is and making sure it aligns with how you want to live your life. Here's where the intention comes in. You need to start tracking your money on a regular basis. I call this a little money date. You can think of it as putting your money underneath a microscope, because let's be honest, if you don't know where your money is going, how the are you supposed to fix your spending habits? Most of us think we have a general idea of what we're spending, but when you actually sit down and track every dollar, you're going to be shocked. Not probably, you are going to be shocked. Those small purchases, they add up. The random $10 subscriptions you forgot about or the free trials you signed up for, they're vampiring your account right now. They're draining your account. Here's what happens when you do a spending audit. You'll see exactly where your money is going. You'll uncover unnecessary expenses you can cut back on. And most importantly, you'll have clarity. And trust me, clarity is the first step in making smarter financial decisions. Okay, so let me break this down for you step by step. Doing a spending audit might sound overwhelming, but it's actually super simple when you follow this particular process. Start by pulling up the last 30 days of transactions. If you want to go for it, do 60 days. You can do this by logging into your bank account and your credit card accounts or printing out your statements. If you're like me and hate flipping in between tabs, try exporting your transactions into a spreadsheet or using a budgeting app. Now comes the fun part. Take a highlighter or use your spreadsheet and categorize every dollar you spent. You're looking for patterns in these categories: housing, rent, utilities, things like that, transportation, gas, Uber, bus passes, groceries, dining out. This one's a killer. Stay tuned for tips on how to cut back this. Shopping, clothes, Amazon purchases, impulse buys, subscriptions, Netflix, Spotify. I'm a Spotify user, not Apple Music. Shout out my fellow Spotify fans. Random app fees you might be forgetting about. Be thorough. This is your aha moment. You might realize you're spending $300 a month on dining out or $75 on streaming services, but you barely use them. I've created an all-in-one budget template that's designed to make this process so much easier. You can customize the categories to fit your lifestyle because Let's be real, we're all spending on different things. So if that sounds something like you need, check it out in the description below. Next, highlight the categories where you're overspending or wasting money. These are your money leaks. For example, are you eating out multiple times a week? Once you've spotted these leaks, you can start plugging them one at a time. And the best part, this doesn't mean you have to stop enjoying your life. It just means spending smarter. At the end of your audit, calculate how much you're spending in each category and compare it to your income. If you're spending more than you're earning, we've got a little problem on our hands. We got a problem to fix. If you're spending way too much in certain areas like eating out or shopping, now you know exactly where to scale back. Example, if you made $3,000 this month but spent $1,000 on rent, $300 on food delivery, $200 on subscriptions, and $400 on shopping, that's a wake-up call. Now that you know where your money is going, create a baseline budget. Set limits for your top categories like dining out, shopping, and groceries. For example, if you spent $300 on dining out last month, challenge yourself to cut it down maybe to $100 this month. Reallocate that extra $200 into your savings, your investments, or debt repayments. The beauty here of a spending audit is that it's an eye opener. It's not about shaming yourself for overspending. It's about understanding where your money is going so you can start spending with intention. Once you do have that clarity, now you're in the driver's seat. You get to decide what's worth your money and what's not. And trust me, this is where the financial glow up begins. That rich bitch journey starts. All right, here's the deal. If you don't know why you're trying to save or spend less, it's going to feel like torture every time you say no to something. The truth is, goals give your money purpose. They're the reason you can say no. I don't need that $200 pair of Nikes and feel good about it because you're working towards something bigger. I like to say, when you say yes to something, understand what you're saying no to. Let me ask you this. What's your why? Is it to save for that dream vacation, pay off the credit card debt, build a safety net so you can finally stop stressing every payday that feels too far away? All right, without a clear purpose, it's way too easy to fall back into old spending habits. You'll convince yourself, oh, I deserve this, or it's just one splurge. But when you have a why, you'll actually feel excited about spending less because you know it's getting you closer to something you actually really want. Let's set some goals that actually inspire you. None of this vague shit like, I want to save more stuff. No, we're going to be making very specific, actionable, and meaningful to you goals. I want you to ask yourself these questions. What do I want to achieve with my money? How will saving or spending less improve my life? What would financial freedom feel like to me? Write it down, everything that comes to mind. There's no wrong answer. It could be traveling, buying a home, getting out of debt, feeling less stressed about money. Could be even saying, fuck you, the person who thought you were gonna be a failure in this lifetime. This is your life, all right? Here's how to take those big dreams now and turn them into actionable goals. What exactly are you saving for? Example, a $2,000 vacation to Mexico. Measurable, let's get measurable. How much money do you need? Achievable, can you realistically save that amount on your income right now? Relevant, does this goal actually align with your priorities? Time bound, what's your deadline to hit this goal? SMART goals, all right? When your goals are specific and measurable, they stop becoming dreams and start becoming your plans. This is why I say getting rich is a decision, not a dream, because of stuff like this. You're no longer just wishing for financial freedom. You're actually being the producer instead of the consumer in this scenario and creating your dream life. This is the emotional part, okay? It's the most important part. Think about why this goal matters to you. Is it so you can stop living paycheck to paycheck? Is it so you can finally take that dream vacay without guilt? Is it so you can feel secure knowing you're prepared for the unexpected? When you give yourself a why and your money a why, it gives you the motivation to keep going when things get tough. Because let's face it, there are going to be moments when you're tempted to spend outside your budget. But if you can picture yourself hitting your goal, like sipping margs on the beach or seeing your debt balance hit zero, you'll feel way more motivated to stick to the plan. Let's say your goal is to save $3,000 for a dream trip to Europe in 12 months. That means you need to save $250 a month. Now, every time you're tempted to spend $50 on a random online shopping spree, you'll stop and think, would I rather have this sweater or a glass of wine in Paris? That's the power of having a why. When you set clear goals and connect to your why, you're not just spending less, you're spending with purpose. Every decision you make starts to feel like a step closer to something amazing instead of a sacrifice. And trust me, that mindset shift is everything. Rich starts in your mindset, then transfers into your reality. Your money should work for you, not the other way around. So grab a notebook, get very clear on your why, and start building the future that you honestly deserve. And if you're ready to take charge of your financial future and start making serious moves, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tools, strategies coming your way every single week to help you thrive, not just survive, without giving up the lifestyle that you love. Now, here's something nobody tells you. Your physical space and your finances are very much connected. If your home is messy, your spending habits are probably too. That's why I always recommend doing a money reset. And no, it's not just about your budget. It's about clearing your space, clearing your head, setting yourself up for success. Think about it. When your environment is absolutely chaotic, you're more likely to make impulsive decisions like ordering takeout because you can't find the kitchen counter, or buying something new in your closet that's a wreck because you forgot you already own something similar to it. A money reset is like hitting the refresh button on your life. A decluttered space creates the perfect environment for a fresh start, not just in your home, but also in your wallet too. And here's how to do your own money reset. Think of this as your financial spring cleaning, no matter what time of the year it is. Start with one area at a time, your closet, bathroom, kitchen, or even your workspace. Go through every item and ask yourself, do I really use this? Does this thing add value to my life? Is this something I forgot about and had for years? Example, if you find 5 bottles of half-used shampoo under your sink, maybe it's time to stop buying more until you use up what you already have. Same goes for clothes you haven't worn in 2 years, or random kitchen gadgets you just never touched. Now, take all of the items you don't need and either 1, donate them, or 2, sell them online. Apps like Poshmark, Depop, Facebook Marketplace are perfect for this. Now that you've decluttered your space, organize what's left. This makes it very easy to find what you need and stops you from accidentally buying a whole bunch of shit you don't. So if your pantry is clean and organized, you're less likely to waste food or go overboard on groceries. Win-win scenario. When you declutter your space, you declutter your mind, and that makes it so much easier really to be intentional with your spending. And now that your space is clear, let's talk about one of the sneakiest habits draining your wallet: buying convenience over value. That last minute takeout order, bottles of water at the gas station, pre-packaged snacks cost 3 times as much as the DIY version. And listen, I get it. Convenience is tempting. You're busy, you're tired, and it's just easier. But the truth is, those little things, those little decisions do add up, and they're costing you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year. Let's break it down. A $15 takeout lunch twice a week, that's $120 a month, or $1,440 a year. A $4 water bottle every other day, that's $60 a month, $720 a year. Grabbing pre-cut fruits and veggies instead of just the whole thing, you're paying 2 to 3 times more just for the packaging. And the worst part, you're not just losing money, you're paying more for less value. Most of the time, these convenience items really don't even improve your life in a meaningful way. There's one caveat there. If you are able to justify with the cost of you working, in the sense that if your goal is to try and eat healthier and you buy pre-cut fruits and veggies and you work a lot and you can make more in that hour profitably by just buying the fruits and vegetables instead of spending 20 or 30 minutes to wash and cut them, that's where the justification occurs. But here's how you can actually break that habit of buying convenience and save yourself a ton of money in the process if you fall into that bucket. Take a little time to plan ahead, pack your lunch. So instead of spending $15 on takeout, make a $5 meal at home and pack it to work. Grab bulk snacks like nuts or fruit and portion them out yourself. No need to pay extra for pre-packaged stuff. Reusable water bottle, or it's just literally an emotional support bottle. Bottled water is literally one of the biggest ripoffs. Even when I do buy it, I try and keep the bottle for as long as I can to just use it, especially if I'm out and about, like traveling. A reusable water bottle costs like $10-15 once and saves you hundreds over time. Now, I'm not saying you can never enjoy takeout again, but set a limit for yourself. Allow yourself, for example, one takeout meal or coffee shop per week or twice a week. Treat it more like a reward instead of like a regular habit. Breaking the convenience habit is one of the fastest ways to save money without sacrificing your quality of life. And once you get into the habit of planning ahead, you're gonna realize how much you're actually saving and it'll feel amazing. Now, another one of my favorite ways to reset both your finances and your mindset is by trying a no spend challenge. If you're serious about giving this a try, I have a free no spend tracker linked in the description of this video. Challenge yourself for 30 days and see how it transforms both your mindset and your wallet. Trust me, this one's a game changer. All right. Now let's get practical. If you really want to cut back on spending without feeling like you're depriving yourself, these are the tactical, real life tips that will help you spend smarter today. Now, studies show that people spend less when they use cash instead of credit or debit cards because cash feels real. You physically see it leaving your hands and it makes you pause before spending. Next time you go shopping, leave your cards at home and bring cash instead. Example, if you're grocery shopping, bring $100 in cash and stick to it. Once the cash is gone, no overspending. Caveat here is that if you want to get the credit card points, you're going to have to use a card, but that really shouldn't be your goal if you're just trying to get in the process of budgeting smoothly and the foundation of your house built. Now, I also want you to unsubscribe from emails, so sales ones, the sales emails, the app notifications that make you feel like you have to buy something right now. They're literally designed to make you spend. Unsubscribe from store emails, turn off notifications, delete shopping apps from your phones. It's life-changing. And if you don't want to do that, at least unsubscribe and then create a new email so you're still getting those promos and discounts and they're not flooding your everyday mindful space of very important things that come through your email. Now, I also want you to adopt a 30-day rule. If you've been eyeing a big purchase like that $200 tech thing, $500 Oura ring, or those $150 sneakers, hit pause and wait 30 days before buying it. This is called the 30-day rule, and it's a game changer for cutting back on impulsive spending. So how it works is you add the item to a wish list instead of your cart. Wait 30 days and ask yourself, do I still want this? Does this fit my budget? If the answer is yes, and it aligns with your financial goals, go for it guilt-free. If not, congratulations, you just saved yourself a shit ton of cash. This gives you time to rethink emotional purchases and separate your wants from needs. And honestly, I do this all the time and I forget even what I put in my list just because it's stuff that I really didn't need. Half the time you're gonna forget about it, the item altogether, and that's when you realize you didn't actually even need it. Last but not least, favorite tip, automate the saving so you're paying yourself first even before you touch the money. Set up an automatic transfer so a percentage of your paycheck goes directly into your savings account. Treat it like a non-negotiable bill that comes out every payday. Start small if you need to, like 10% of your paycheck, and gradually increase it over time. When your savings is automated, you won't even notice the money is gone and you're way less likely to spend it. Plus, it helps you prioritize your goals without relying on willpower. Out of sight, out of spend. And if there's one thing you take away from this video, let it be this. Financial freedom doesn't mean being perfect. It means being intentional. It's not about cutting out everything you love or saving every single penny. It's about making smarter, consistent choices that align with your ultimate end goals. Remember, your money is a tool, not something you should really stress over. The key is learning to use it in a way that works for you, not against you. And I know you've got this. You wouldn't be here watching this video if you really weren't ready to take control of your finances. So I'm already rooting for you and so proud you're taking this next step. Now it's your turn. Which habit are you going to tackle first? Let me know in the comments below because I love to cheer you on. We have such an amazing community. And don't forget to grab my free no spend challenge template. It's linked in the description below. Seriously, this tool is going to help you track and you'll be amazed at what you accomplish in just 30 days. I'm here to help you every single step of the way. I'm your biggest fan. So make sure you subscribe for more saving tips, budgeting tips, investing tips, and learn how to financially thrive and not just survive. All right, Priceless peeps, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.